Hey Autumn, it's Maria from B&H. I heard you were out here shooting and I wanted to get a behind the scenes look. Do you have some time for 21 questions?
Yeah, hey Maria, sure.
Great. So what are you shooting today?
I'm trying to shoot this reflection on the lake here and hoping that sunset goes off and I get some really cool colors in the sky.
Beautiful. And so what type of photography do you shoot?
I usually shoot nature, adventure, travel, astrophotography, and some wildlife.
So how have you been adapting to what's going on with the pandemic?
It's been interesting, spending a lot of time going through my archives of so many photos I've taken over the years, and I found some hidden gems, which is awesome. I've also been, just relaxing, going a little bit slower. It's really been nice.
And so what got you started in photography?
Funnily enough, Peter Parker, or Spider-Man, he was actually the first person who I saw who had a career as a photographer. He worked for the Daily Bugle, and I think I was in maybe like 4th or 5th grade, and I thought, you can do that as a career? That's awesome. And I sort of just started there, and I ended up going to college for photography, so.
And what drew you to landscape and astrophotography?
Yeah, I was really interested in storms. I grew up in the Midwest where there were a lot of thunderstorms and a lot of tornadoes, and I was really fascinated with these storms. And then I moved to the PNW where there weren't as many storms, but there was a lot more hiking and I spent a lot more time out in nature. And I think that's where I realized that it wasn't just the storms that fascinated me, it was nature itself.
And I see you have your camera there. What's your go-to camera and lens?
My go-to camera is my Sony a7R III. I did just get a Sony a7S III though, so ask me again in a couple months. But my favorite lens is the 24-70 Sony G Master. I can shoot so many different things with it, but my second place would probably be the 100-400, where I can really get in close on compositions.
You're not only a master in photography though, right? What else do you devote your time to?
I also really love yoga. I'm a yoga teacher, and it's something that's helped calm my anxiety and depression over the years. I really recommend everyone at least try it once because it is just, it's so great.
You're part of the Sony Alpha Collective and the Alpha Female groups, right? What does this recognition mean to you and why do you love it so much?
Being a member of the Sony Alpha Imaging Collective is the greatest honor that I've had so far. I mean, the collective itself is a group of ridiculously talented creatives, and I'm just so humbled that I get to be part of it. It's amazing. And the Sony Alpha Female group is, there are no words. It's so great what Sony's doing to uplift female photographers because as women, our voices aren't heard as much. And I'm just out here trying to change that. So you should really join the Sony Alpha Female Facebook group. It's really empowering and a great place to get critiques and feedback, and it's awesome.
When you're out in nature shooting, what do you normally look for?
I look for really cool alignments or unique elements, sort of like this trunk back here. It's really interesting, and I might be able to find some cool composition with it. But I'm always trying to look for things that I can sort of line up in nature.
I also know that you do a lot of workshops, right? Tell me a little bit about them.
Yeah, workshops are really fun. A group of photographers who are passionate about the same thing come out and we take them around to different places and really beautiful landscapes, give them tips and go over editing techniques. And it's been really great to find just new friends also. But I have a workshop coming up in Norway this February, and I'm really hoping that the borders will open so we'll be able to go. But next year I also have fox kits, which is really cute to watch the little foxes emerge from the dens, and I've got a Mount Rainier workshop, and it's really great. So if you want to see more workshops, you can go check them out on my website.
What's your favorite part of your work?
My favorite part is this, just being out in nature and getting to experience so many sunrises and sunsets and just beautiful nature that a lot of people don't get to experience. And I feel very grateful that I get to do that.
Okay, give me some tips. What are some tips for somebody looking to better themselves in nature photography?
Yeah, I would say the best tip is try to go out to shoot around sunrise and sunset. You know, it's nature's best light, and it's an instant way to up your photography.
So I noticed from social media that you're dating the quote-unquote Time Magazine Person of the Year, Nate Luby. Tell me a little bit about what it's like to have a similar career to somebody like Nate and to travel together.
Yeah, it's really fun. I mean, it's really cool to find someone who's as passionate about, you know, my career as I am. And, you know, there's a little bit of competition sometimes, but for the most part, we're pretty supportive of each other. And it's awesome that I have someone who's willing to go out at 2 a.m. with me to photograph. It's nice to have that partner who, you know, pushes you.
What is the coolest shoot you've ever been on?
Ooh, the coolest shoot I've ever done, I actually just completed about 2 months ago. It's a documentary we're filming called Light Side Up, where myself and 2 other photographers went up to Alaska, and we were the first team to put a full frame camera up in a weather balloon to capture really, really clear 4K aurora photos and videos from the stratosphere. So it's really, really exciting, and it's going to drop in about a week or two. I'm super, super excited to see it release.
What is the furthest place that you've traveled to?
I think the furthest I've traveled is probably New Zealand. It could potentially be Norway. I'm not sure exactly which one is further from me, but probably New Zealand. I mean, the flight is, you know, like about 13 hours, and it's so worth it because it's the most incredible country. It's so gorgeous.
And what has been the most unique shoot?
I mean, what's more unique than sending a full frame camera up to film the aurora, right? I mean, that's definitely got to be the most unique shoot that I've ever done.
You've captured so many beautiful animals along your trips. What has been your favorite?
Ooh, I would say my favorite probably been sloths. I am such a sucker. I'm in love with sloths. I even have a tattoo of a sloth. I love them so, so much. It's just one of those reminders as well of, you know, take it slow. It's okay to take things slower in life. So that's been really exciting. And also the fox kits at my workshop. I love those little babies. They're so cute. But puffins are also great too. Oh, I'm such an animal lover. It's hard to choose.
If you weren't a photographer, what would you be?
If I weren't a photographer, I think I would be a graphic designer. I do some design on the side, so it's another passion that I have, and if I wasn't, you know, full-time photographer, I would definitely be a designer.
What's the best piece of advice you've ever received?
I think the best piece of advice that I've received is just to follow your intuition. It's easier said than done, for sure, but when you actually follow your intuition, great things happen for you, and I'm glad that I found out that really, really early on.
And aside from your camera, what's your favorite piece of gear?
Oh, I think I would say this Peak Design straps setup. I love that I can attach one end to the side of my camera and then the other end to the bottom, because when I lay it down against my body, it rests naturally. I don't have to worry about my lens popping out and hitting anything. But also when I'm shooting portrait, the strap doesn't get in the way, so it just dangles here, which is super, super nice. So that's probably my favorite piece.
If there were to be a movie about your life, who would play you?
Oh, that's a good question. I think Aubrey Plaza. I think we're pretty much the same person.
Last question, who should we interview next?
You should interview Colette Perry. She was one of the first alpha female winners from Sony, and she is an amazing stop motion artist. She would be really interesting.
Awesome. All right, so thank you so much for answering all my questions and letting me interrupt your session. And thanks again.
Yeah, of course, thanks. See ya.